And here we go again. I am Unstable, joined here by Railcoon for this second game here between TSLInori and FXOGumiho. We are going to be on Daybreak for this one. Gumiho taking game one after a little bit of a weird back and forth there between these two guys. But we are now into game two. Let's get straight into it. We have Inori down here at the bottom left-hand corner as our blue Protoss. And of course we have Gumiho up here at the top right as our red Terran. So it's very interesting. Gumiho has a very interesting style for TVP. He usually prefers greedy openings, so that can get him caught off guard. But as we saw in the last game, was very safe opening. It could have just been a read from his from Inori being on his team a while ago and having practice with him. But either way, it's going to be an interesting game for this one. Daybreak's a very neutral map, in my opinion, for these two to be playing on.
Daybreak's one of those maps where it's like, you either see a really aggressive game or you see a long game. You don't see the middle length games as often because people tend to be really polarized on whether they like it or not. So they either try to end it really fast or they go to the late game. And we saw a couple of those really long games earlier, so I'm curious to see if we'll see another one. I mean, it's really just going to depend on the openings. I don't see any differences so far, but of course, I mean, it's Terran and Protoss. They don't have huge variations in their opening that say a lot, as much as the Zergs do. Like, the thing where watching a Zerg player and seeing one extra drone and you're like, oh my god, they're doing this really cool opening. It's like, that doesn't happen with Terran and Protoss.
No. We do, of course, see Inori coming out scouting to see if Gumiho is being greedy or not. Of course, we know he isn't. Interesting pylon placement right here at the back. Usually it's a double one down here in case of any aggression against early on. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. Inori does prefer the aggressive style, as we saw from the last game, though, and that's probably why, as we were saying earlier, Gumiho went for that very safe opening. But
yeah, Inori was one of those guys that in PvP, when 4-gate was still a problem, really, along with Oz, started doing those 3-gate attacks. Those two really liked finding ways to kill the problem build before it became a problem. So he did generally have a really aggressive style, and he has managed to get his probe over here. I think Gumiho is aware of the fact that it's still there, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, he has gone for the gasless one Rex expands, so it's going to be interesting, to say the least, to see if Inori does end up going for some aggression. But Gumiho has gotten his SCV down here and he sees everything that's going on. So obviously nothing has come out just yet, but he does have the option to throw down extra gateways or a Nexus if he really wants to. Look at this, Gumiho doesn't want to walk past this Zealot either. He's going to try and get through. No. Oh, there's a Stalker right there anyway. That's very unfortunate.
The Stalker was chasing him out, so it made him try to go for it. Didn't quite work out.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't. This is actually going to be devastating. Like, I can see there's 2 extra gateways going down. If I was Inori, I would just go for a 4th one. Yeah, there it is, because he hasn't seen this. He can make a pylon there, and this is going to be devastating to Gumiho. He can just sit there, warp in around to 4 units, and then go. And it's just going to kill Gumiho. It's just going to kill him straight up, instantly.
That SCV is just sitting there. If it goes a little bit to the left, oh my god. So yeah, he doesn't know about it. And this is one of those things, like, you get into the habit of checking for this kind of thing, you get into the habit of checking for it, and the one time you don't check, the one time. Oh, also, if, like, any aspiring pro gamers out there, if you ever wind up playing Huck, always check. Always, every single game against Huck. He's the one Protoss who will do this to you every single game. But it looks like Inori has gotten away with the pylon here. It's almost done. Warp Gate is about to finish.
That's actually quite nice timing with all of that as well. The pylon's just about to finish, and Gumiho is going to die. Like, I can't believe this is actually happening.
He's got Marauders about to pop out with concussive shells almost done.
Doesn't matter.
He doesn't have... Oh man, 4 Stalkers. Ow. Nowhere to kite either. Ow.
And he also had the units from earlier as well. Oh, he's picked up the Marauder, and now he's up in the main. He's going to get the concussive shell research. Only Marines left.
Like, the concussive shells isn't that important, but no more Marauders, like...
And one Marauder's going to pop out here as well right now, and Gumiho's probably face-palming himself so hard right now.
Like I said, the one game you don't check every single time. The one game, that's the time the probe is sitting there with the troll face on, so that's going to be it for this one.
As the SCVs get massacred here. Not a good day to be a Terran player to see that. GG coming out, and Nori will take game number 2 with a nice hidden pylon. Gumiho, makes me so sad. Anyway, let's get right into game number 3, shall we? We'll be right back after a 2-minute break.